Well, hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of I think she killed her husband and just isn't ready to confess it, but isn't that true of all of us? You know? Murder a spouse and just, yeah. Anyway.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
You know...
Your ladyship?
Yeah, I think that newspaper that talked about the description of them, I think that's where she's fabricating this story from. Hands down. Hands down.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress.
Yeah.
Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead. But a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Teresa has the most motive right now. Criminals identify no personal life. Seldom went out after arriving in England. Lady Brackenstall married Sir Eustace shortly after arriving in England and remained at home during that time. There is little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country. The lady is acquainted with someone from the Rock of... Yeah, I mean, we found the picture. Which then the knotted rope. Knotted rope definitely comes into it then. I think we gotta head down there, don't we? No? No. Investigate the murder. Collect Toby from Baker Street and follow the scent trail. We do need to do that. Can be used as okay. Let's head back to Baker Street. Let's go pick up Toby. I'm not a dog person. I think I've disclosed that on this channel before. I don't like dogs. Nasty, brutish things they are, but they probably make better law enforcement aides than cats do. That's fair.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
The best nose in the British Empire. So we're going to take him back with us?
I agree with you, Toby, that...
Okay. Okay. Is he going to be in the carriage with us? That would be... Come on. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's kind of cool. So much extra skin on that dog. Good God, what the... Holy... That's what happens when you have a really, really big dog and then the dog loses a lot of weight and ends up with a lot of excess kind of stuff going on there. That's okay, though.
Search, Toby.
Satch. What did you... Oh, I'm now a dog. I am now a dog. Well, this is cute, isn't it? It's just a fun little useless minigame.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware. Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Okay, so what? We're not gonna enter the shed then? Now we're just headed back? I don't understand. Or is there something around back now? They went in one side and out the other? Nope. We can't switch to Sherlock. Oh, and then they headed this way. Oh, okay. Man, this is him when he's running. He's kind of slow.
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
Okay. We're just gonna worry about all this later. We're just making mental notes at this point. Is that? And then they hop the wall. Who's this other dog barking?
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
All right.
The criminals left the house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
Okay, so we should check the well. Should we check the wall? No. Because they were being chased.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Maybe.
There's something glittering at the bottom there, but how can I reach it?
Oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna have to use a bucket.
I need a hook. If only I had something with which I could lift that object.
What? Watson, come lift this.
The wheel handle is old and rusty. It seems to be used infrequently.
Okay, well, so either way, they dumped the cutlery down there, right?
This hook might be useful.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest. Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
What else?
This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Okay. So let's go get the cutlery. So maybe there were intruders. Definitely there were intruders.
There's something.
But I still think it was orchestrated by, people we know. Had to have been,
Silverware. This is hardly a coincidence.
Hardly. Yep, that's a fork. The case is closed.
The Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
This is probably actually really expensive silverware. With a coat of arms on it? I would like a nice, expensive. You know, you get out the good silver for when people come. If my future wife is listening to this, we gotta have good silverware. No. Robbery is confirmed as the motive for the crime. The criminals may have plans to return for the silverware that they dumped. The robbery could have been imitated to explain their use of the silverware was not supposed to be found. I'm thinking that's the case, man. I'm still like, yeah, hang on. The robbery was fake. The whole story, yeah. That's my assumption. The robbery could have been, yep. These super people, there were 2 people. Sir Eustace was murdered by one person who was visiting that night. It was he who tied up Lady Brackenstall. He is tall and strong. Acquainted with a sailor. Yeah, I think everything so far, nothing really is pointing to that Randall gang, except for her testimony. Which, if she's guilty, then obviously her testimony means bupkis. Bupkis. Have you ever kissed a bup? I like to make out with bups. Dude, the cutlery's in the friggin' well. That's where it is. I found it.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
There is no
Perhaps
point.
it was used as a temporary hiding place. Or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery.
Or, more likely,
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
oh, you look nervous.
Your ladyship? We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
Neither of them actually seemed to squirm much when I told them that. I was kind of hoping for a little more squirmy. Okay. Well.
This door
Yeah,
leads...
well, I'd still like to go up there and look, at least. Always investigate the murder. Yeah, we did that. Didn't we? Everyone done that? A piece of bell rope was used. It may have the scent of the intruders. I thought we achieved that. Where's our dog? Maybe Toby can take us down to the docks and show us the sailor?
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Can I get to the... Yeah. Well, no, I was hoping to... Okay. The suitcase was empty. Why didn't we check... Why didn't we take a better look at that? No? No, we just gave up on that notion. Okay. What clue am I missing? What am I not investigating well enough? The body, we did. The glasses. We talked to everyone. Talk to him again?
Holmes,
Huh?
don't look at me like that.
Please leave my Mary alone. She's suffered so much, she deserves some rest.
Okay. I feel like I gotta go down to the docks now, man. Start, poking around down at the docks. Doesn't that seem to make sense? I would think. Or are there some... No, knotted rope. Okay. I mean, okay, let's see where this takes us. Let's go find the Randall gang. The Randalls are guilty. Just like that, already. The case is too simple for you. Take this opportunity to give the credit to your friend Lestrade. Nope. Yeah, it's definitely not the Randalls. Right? Makes no sense that's what we're arriving on. It's funny that it would let us skip a whole case, though. Let's go back to Baker Street. There's gotta be something at Baker Street, I guess. It's the only other place I can go, and I feel like I don't know, fairly exhausted this area. Extract from the garden. Can I run tests on the wine glasses? Or check my encyclopedia. Examine the rope. Yeah, okay.
Let us see how the rope was cut. The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
I don't think it'd be scissors. That's gonna cause it to fray.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
Yeah. Causes it to fray. A knife will cause it to fray even more.
If I cut the rope with a knife, it matches the original.
That makes no sense. Unless it was like a friggin' katana. Sharp knife and the knotted rope. The rope was cut once with a sharp knife and tied quickly in a sailor's knot. Could indicate the intruder had a sailor's background. Yeah. Yeah. Which leads me to think, two people. Yep. I don't think it was the Randall gang. The robbery couldn't. The silverware was not supposed to be found. Yep. The robbery was fake. The whole story invented too. Yep. And acquainted with some kind of sailor. Why is this red? The person who was visiting that night was probably a sailor. Look for a sailor. That's what I intend to do. I gotta go to the docks. Search for sailor suspects. Should we look again at that photo? You know? Search the archives. Okay. I don't see how, but encyclopedia, probably not encyclopedias, probably newspapers. 1883, Bankruptcy Act, 1883. Name of the ship was the name of the ship and date, and her maiden voyage from Australia. Immigration on the rise.
My search must be focused upon the ship.
Okay, well, immigration. Relax. Nope.
My search.
No. Okay. Well, SS. It's a ship. It's a ship, man. Relax. 1893. Bentcliffe's mummy. Huh. Rock of. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. The Rock of Gibraltar, a bulk carrier from the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, Cunard Building, James Street, London, has returned from a 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand, and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, her heiress of the Fraser family, owning land in tin mines in Australia. This reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent.
Here it is.
Okay. What does that tell us? We already knew that she... Oh, well, the tin
shipping
mine.
company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Wiggins. Hey, Wiggins. Hello, Wiggins. See, I knew this time. I knew who we meant by Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
What was he doing? Was he building a bomb?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893, and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
That's a bit cocky. Only took 3 hours out, so, you know, results
Here it is,
speak.
Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Sweet. Sweet Pete.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
Okay. So, departure from Adelaide, Australia, March 1918. Yep, okay. So that was the list. Right. And then this is what? Departure from Adelaide. Oh, okay.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Ernest J. Woods. Henry Southward.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Archibald Rogers. No. James Talcott? No. AJ something or other. Nope. Nathan Jacobs. Nope. Samuel L. No. Next page, please. Nope. Sean Bustle. Nope. 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 This guy, though.
I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
What? His name's... Oh, wait, what? Herbert Hawkins. Oh, okay, I looked at the wrong...
This officer was on a
Relax.
ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
Okay. Jack Crocker.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
So that's a potential. Herbert Whittington and Thomas Walker are the other two we're looking for. Thomas Walker.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
And Charles W. Chill. Do we miss him? Oh, yeah, we did.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
So, Jack Crocker.
Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Yeah, I'm feeling like, you know, everything that happens here is just making more sense. You know, it's just confirming my suspicion, which is a good feeling.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Wiggins. Where are you, Wiggins? Hello, Wiggins. I have a job for you. It might be dangerous and you're probably going to die, but I don't care. I really don't. I need you to do it anyways.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
What is wrong with... He's got like a weird face, doesn't he? Something unnatural about that kid's face. Looks like a teenager's face on a little kid's body or something. Sometime it's indecisive.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Let's right off the gate. Let's figure out here. He looks honest. He's an honest man. Damn it. That complicates things. This is gonna mess everything up, isn't it? It's gonna, all of a sudden, we're gonna think, oh, well, it couldn't have been him. Unless he's just a really good liar. No, like, hand bruising or anything? A little bit of bodily fluids on his jacket. That's something. Newspaper ink. Okay. So he likes to stay current on world events. No crime there. He has clean boots. That's suspicious for a sailor, I would think. No? And he's fat, so he can't do up his belt. He has a sea knife.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
You tied her up. Ooh, kinky.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Poor health. Old bruises, sailor's knots. There we go.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, he's got something to hide.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why...
We have all the clues? No. Cocker's statement. Cocker is lying. Crocker is lying. His involvement is clear. He appeared as soon as he heard it was looking for him. This is signaling guilt. Was about no. Just like that. This is where we are now. A week. You have found all and utilized all the clues. Please, okay. This was a short case. It's definitely him. Definitely. Is a murderer, and you will bring him. So, in no scenario is it possible that it was, like, because of all the abuse? Tell him as a high-ranking sailor. Is a murderer, and you will bring him to the... The murder was committed in self-defense. Jack Crocker defended a woman against a violent and dipsomaniacal man? The mystery is solved. But you decide to keep it a secret. There's no need to inform the police. You'll bring him to his accomplice. I'm going to do it. I'm going to let him off the hook. You know, they fell in love. She murdered a miserable drunk. Is murder wrong? Yes, absolutely. But I don't know. Yep. It was definitely him, and he's off the hook. This definitely wasn't the Randall gang. She made that shit up. She definitely made that up.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Oh, we're going to get in a fist fight. What a weird 3 hours later. What a weird passage of time they use. So barely an hour has passed.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
Oh, so we definitely got this one right.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
Whoa.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Is he gonna kill me? Oh, he is. Oh, he's gonna kill himself. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. That was, he was gonna kill himself.
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox Dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night.
We are good men. Man, we're good. We're not. It was a nice thing we did. Just now.
Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Oh, we did it. I feel really good about that. That was awesome. That was really awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, look at us. Go team. Go team. The Kew Gardens drama. All right, now this is the moment where it sets up a brand new case for us. It gets our heightens peaked, and then I tell you that it's time for us to go. Don't you hate that? Honestly, me too.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come from?
Bees.
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment, a theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, how ever did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please do all 3. You know, because the bees. We got to find out what happens with the bees. You don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Come on, do the right thing. Do the right thing. And until next time.